Two in college football here at SBR Forum Videos. I'm Peter Loshak, and we are talking with Jeff Grant, featured sports betting columnist for the Bleacher Report. And Jeff, the second game I asked to talk about was Nebraska at UCLA. Now, this is a very tough game and a tough line. Nebraska's currently a 5.5-point favorite on the road. That line has crept up a little bit. The reason, I guess, is because Nebraska's looking awesome on offense this year. They're super, super deep in the skill positions, and probably more importantly, Taylor Martinez looks like he's finally putting it all together this year. UCLA, though, will be a step up defensively from Southern Miss from the first game. Southern Miss, you know, they had a bunch of injuries in the first game, and they just, I don't know if we can really get a good read on Nebraska based on just that one game. And, you know, maybe Taylor Martinez, he always struck me as kind of a head case. I'm not sure if that'll creep back here as a road favorite. Makes me a little bit nervous. UCLA has a running quarterback, which usually does pretty well against Nebraska defenses. How do you see this line, UCLA plus 5.5?
It's a very sharp line, as you mentioned, and Nebraska rolled up 632 yards of total offense. Martinez really had everything coming together. That is the most yards that Nebraska has gained in a game in over 5 years. So that is a significant number, even if it's against Southern Miss. Southern Miss did have a head coach that was the defensive coordinator for South Carolina last year, so it is an impressive number that they put up. Of course, UCLA also put up over 600 yards of offense. They're extremely balanced in terms of going against the Rice Owls. This is a major step up in terms of the defense they're going to see from Nebraska.
So do you think going forward that, you know, the offensive promise that Nebraska showed in the first game is real, or do you think that's more of a mirage?
I think Martinez is going to keep it going here, and I'll tell you why. He's 9-0 as a quarterback in Nebraska during his time in the month of September. Nebraska scored, on average, 42.2 points per game. And here's the kicker. Martinez hails from Southern California. He was recruited out of Corona. Nebraska has made it a big point to their program in recruiting kids from California. So this is a big, big game. I was watching Bo Pelini's press conference earlier today, and they have really pointed to being an impressive, putting together an impressive performance at the Rose Bowl on Saturday.
Yeah, I just get the feeling that you know, this might be one of those public-backed sides where the public is taking a road favorite and betting it up to a touchdown based on like one very impressive first game, but then you have sort of, you know, a nondescript home dog that the books are going to wind up needing. I'm not sure. I haven't spoken to the books about where their action's been on this game yet, but I'll be curious to see what it is, because that's my sense. But if you had to make a bet here, which would it be? Gun to your head.
You know, I'm from Southern California. I've been a loyal UCLA Bruins fan for years on end. And I've normally played them in a home underdog situation. This is the first home game for Jim Mora during his, you know, in Westwood, since he took a leave from being an NFL analyst. This isn't really going to be a home game, though, for UCLA, only in terms of travel, because Nebraska is one of the biggest fan bases in America, and they are going to travel out. It's going to be a beautiful day in Southern California. Once again, Nebraska has 9 players that are from California. So this is a big game for them. Nebraska's shown the ability when they win on the road as a road favorite that they cover those games. They've done it against Wyoming, and they also went up to the Pacific Northwest against Seattle, or against the Washington Huskies, excuse me. So they've had success against Pac-12 opponents again. So I got to go with Nebraska, lay the 5.5 points.
All right. Great points once again, Jeff. Thanks so much.